What up, what up? Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. I hope you guys been taking care of yourself. I hope everyone is feeling great, feeling happy, and staying out of the way. Let's go. Today I'm going to be bringing you something that me personally that I don't really get into, or I just feel like it's far beyond me, and not something that I should be dabbling into or getting into. But I'm going to bring you the truth on it and bring you what it is, like I've been led to do, and give you this great information. It doesn't cost you guys anything to subscribe. You know what I'm saying, to commit to the page. Basically, hit that notification bell, comment, and get those likes up for me, please. I definitely will appreciate it. So let's go. What is necromancy? Necromancy is a spiritual or occult practice centered on communicating with the dead, manipulating death-related forces to gain knowledge, power, guidance, or influence over the living. Core meaning: the word comes from the Greek nekros, dead body, or mantia, divination. So literally, necromancy means divination through the dead. Divination through the dead. It's a really heavy, serious topic there, man. It's some really heavy, serious stuff. You have to decide on whether you on whether this is something you want to just learn about or even participate in it. But me personally, this one's not for me. I'm gonna be honest with you and definitely tell you that I shouldn't be dealing with stuff like that, and I won't. What necromancy traditionally involves. Historically, and in occult tradition, necromancy may include attempting to summon or speak with spirits of the dead, seeking hidden knowledge, prophecy, or secrets. Rituals involving grave sites, bones, or death symbolisms. It often is associated with spirit and invocation, mediumship in some forms, death rituals. God dog it. It's just ill down here, man. Death rituals, dark magic, or forbidden knowledge in folklore. Necromancy in religion and scripture. In the Bible, necromancy is explicitly forbidden. Let no one be found among you who practice divination or sorcery or who consults the dead. Deuteronomy, that was recorded at Deuteronomy chapter 8, verses 10 through 12. The story of King Saul and the witch of Endor, 1 Samuel 28, is a classic example used to warn against it. From a biblical perspective, necromancy is seen as seeking guidance outside of God, opening oneself up to deception or harmful spiritual influences, a violation of spiritual order. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. Let me know if you ever played a part in using the technique of necromancy, or if you ever heard of it, and what's your thoughts about it, and do you agree with do you agree with not dealing with this type of stuff? You know what I'm saying? As I take this break, you just think about it. Oh, that water's good, boy. Nice and cold. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. So I'm going to explain modern versus symbolic uses. Today, the term is often used in a different way, in different ways. Fantasy and fiction, wizards raising the dead or controlling undead beings. Psychological or symbolic usage, obsession with the past, unresolved grief, or reviving old patterns. Pulp culture, games, movies, and books exaggerate it for storytelling. Important distinction: necromancy is not the same as remembering loved ones. I would like to make this very, very clear. It's not the same as remembering loved ones. So it's okay to remember loved ones. Let's be very clear. Honoring ancestors, that too, and praying for the deceased. So I just wanted to be transparent with that so you guys can get a good idea and not feel like you're doing something wrong when you're doing something right. I'm all about transparency and I'm all about truth. Those acts are about memory and respect, not summoning or manipulating spirits. In simple terms, necromancy is trying to gain power or knowledge by interacting with the dead rather than seeking God's wisdom through life, God, or natural means. If you like, I can also explain the difference between necromancy and mediumship, why people feel drawn to it during grief, how to spiritually protect yourself from occult practices, how Christianity, psychologically, and neuroscience says each view it. Um, and as a bonus for you guys, I definitely will go into all of those. I'm going in today because it's something that if you get a light of or if you start dealing with it, I just want you to know the truth on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not finna sit here and tell you what not to do and what to do. I can just advise whatever the truth says on it and give the information that I've been blessed to tell you guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. Necromancy versus mediumship versus ancestral practices. Necromancy, intent, power, control, and hidden knowledge. Method, summoning, invoking, commanding spirits of the dead. Focus, manipulation of death or spirits. Spiritual risk, high deception, obsession, fear, and spiritual confusion. Okay, so mediumship, intent, communication. Method, trans-channeling spirits or messages. Focus, messages from non-physical entities. Risk, medium, identity confusion, emotional dependency. In biblical theologically, mediumship is still prohibited because it bypasses God as the source of truth. Ancestral honoring, not necromancy. Is intent, respect, gratitude, and remembrance. Method, storytelling, prayer, and cultural rituals. Focus, memory, and lineage, not spirits. Risk, low, when no spirit invocation is involved. Okay. So, two, why people are drawn to necromancy. Grief. Grief is a big thing down here in Earth, and some people, when they get into grief, you can become lonely, and you can become drawn into trying to physically communicate with a dead loved one. So, the grief part is definitely understanding. I understand where you can come from. You know what I mean? Like it's very, very heavy. You know what I mean? And death is a lot down here. We all gonna have to go through it one day. So it's basically, as of right now, a never ending story. So grief always gonna be around. You know what I'm saying? And my heart goes out to people that are grieving over people that are not here anymore, because I know the feeling. And I also not only know the feeling, I know what can come out of it, as far as trying to, how do I say it, trying to actually like feel like they're here, or wanting to talk to them and getting a response out of them. You know what I'm saying? I definitely can understand where you're coming from. So I definitely wanted to be clarify that and be transparent that I do understand grief, and grief is a real thing. So desire to reconnect with the loved ones. Difficult accepting finality of death. Fear of the unknown, wanting certainty about the afterlife, attempting to control fate. Also, desire for power, control over outcomes, feeling powerless in life. Spiritual hunger, wanting supernatural experiences, that can come out of it too, the grief. Seeking meaning without patience or discipline. In vulnerable moments, people often mistake intensity for truth. So this is where discernment basically comes in. You know what I'm saying? You have to decipher sometimes what's what. And I hope that clarifies a little bit up for you too, if you have that case. 3, a biblical perspective, very direct. Necromancy is forbidden because it seeks guidance from the dead instead of God. It opens doors to deception. It disrupts spiritual authority and order. Key scriptures: Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 10 through 12. Isaiah 8 through 19 states, "Why consult the dead on behalf of the living?" 1 Samuel 28, Saul's downfall after consulting the dead. In Christianity, the dead do not roam freely. God alone governs life, death, and revelation. Seeking the dead implies distrust in God's provision. 4. A psychological and neurological explanation. Necromancy-like experiences can arise from the brain under stress, grief heightens suggestibility, the mind fills silence with meaning. Disassociation, translates lower critical thinking. The brain generates internal voices or imagery. Pattern seeking. Humans are wired to find meaning. Random events feel intentional during emotional states. That's a big one. The experience can feel real without being true. 5. Spiritual risk across traditions. People report after engaging in necromancy or spirit invocation, anxiety or dread, sleep paralysis, nightmares, obsession with signs and symbols, emotional exhaustion, loss of peace. Whether viewed spiritually or psychologically, the outcome pattern is consistent in stability rather than peace. 6. Protection spiritually and emotionally and mentally. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. I definitely would like to hear you guys' input on this topic, you know what I'm saying, that I'm bringing to you. Please get those thumbs up, you know, if you're viewing, if you're still here at 12:12, the mark 12:12 of this video. I feel that there is no reason why there shouldn't be a thumbs up. I feel that there shouldn't be a reason for a subscription if you like these type of topics, and definitely comment. You know what I'm saying? So please, I would appreciate if you guys do that. 6. Protection spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Spiritual protection. Prayer focus on God alone. Renouncing curiosity about forbidden knowledge. Grounding in scripture or spiritual truth. Mental protection. Avoid trance-inducing practices. Maintain sleep, nutrition, and routine. Stay anchored in the present moment. Emotional protection. Process grief openly. Seek support rather than secrecy. Allow time instead of shortcuts. 7. Healthy alternatives to necromancy. Instead of reaching toward the dead, pray for wisdom and peace. Praying for wisdom and peace is very important. You know what I'm saying? If you have a lot of chaos in your life, sometimes you just need that peace to bring your mind into senses to figure out where you want to go or what you want to do. And also, wisdom is very, very earthly wisdom. It doesn't compare to godly wisdom, because you got to figure, if the Creator created all this down here on earth and put it all together to make it all work, whatever we have down here for wisdom on the earth is really incomparable. That's why prayer for wisdom is very, very important, because it puts you ahead. You know what I'm saying? The wisdom that earthly man has, you know, there may be some smart people down here on earth, but let me tell you, man, when you get into that divine wisdom, not even a match. Just saying. Journal unresolved emotions. Honor loved ones through service. Seek therapy or spiritual counsel. Strengthen the body. This grounds the mind. Life flows forward. Wisdom comes from the living God, not from the dead. Break time. What a good boy. So, 8. Final summary. Plain truth. Necromancy promises answers. delivers confusion, feeds fear and control, drains peace. The true spiritual growth brings clarity, builds patience, strengthens identity, and produces peace. If you guys want me to, please comment down below. If you want, I can continue this and update what is necromancy. If you want to know why people feel drained after occult practices, how to tell spiritual convictions versus anxiety, why prayer calms the nervous system, how physical health strengthens spiritual discernment. Just tell me where you want to go with it next down in the comments. I hope everybody enjoyed this video and I brought some clarity in the practice of necromancy. You know what I'm saying? I always want you guys to get a plain view, and I'm the type to stay, while telling you I'm the type to stay neutral about the situation. Definitely, I won't be telling you everything that I'm into and everything that I'm not into, but I can tell you this right here that I don't really fool around with stuff like this because it's not for me to do. You know what I'm saying? So please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. I hope everyone enjoyed the video and I hope it brings clarity. I was just finna tell you guys something. I don't even know. I keep just forgetting stuff all over the board, man. I always forget around this time. Peace.